can you use OKRs in a marriage or in a relationship? Which I thought was a fascinating question. And so I've adapted this just into something that does actually get asked by a few more people than that. Can I use it in my personal life or in my relationships? Now, often enough, people use OKRs in their work life as an individual. I don't. Like, I mean, I know I'm an OKR coach and I'm supposed to use OKRs for everything and have them all over my walls and everything like that. I find that the biggest value with OKRs is in aligning teams and getting focus for a team and getting different people communicating in the right way and getting that engagement. And for myself as a businessman, and I have a business with one person, I have some people who do some things for me, but basically I'm a solopreneur. I find that it's not that helpful for me. It's just not the way I think and work. I do use the thinking process, but I don't really help write them down and have that cycle. It's an overhead that I don't need in my business. When you get to larger, you need that overhead to make sure that everyone's working. Some people love it for their own business, their own working life, their own goals. One thing that's happened to me over the last couple of months, 6 months, I suppose, I've started writing down my tasks in the to-do list fashion. I've got to-do lists, I've got project planning, I've got Asana and to-dos, and I'm starting to use that. I'll probably actually start putting goals in place to help create some discipline for myself, but I'm not doing it yet. Some people do it for their work life, and it works really well for them. And I certainly think there's value in it, but you have to choose to do the right level of overhead that works for you and solves a real problem. So in your personal life and in your relationships, do you want to do it? Maybe. I personally wouldn't want to use that kind of mechanism in a relationship, in my relationships with people, whether it's my wife or my kids or friends or whatever it is, my family, because I prefer not to have that goal orientation in my relationships. I prefer to have a relationship which is more about the relationship, about what we're doing and things like that. We talk about goals frequently enough, but I don't want to have goals for the relationship. Well, maybe I do want to have some goals for the relationship, but I don't want to turn a relationship into an execution problem and a strategy problem. I would like to have my relationship being a relationship. Personal life, for me at the moment, I'm working on health, and I'm working on Luxembourgish. I'm learning Luxembourgish. I live in Luxembourg and I need to learn the language, and I want to learn the language. So I'm learning Luxembourgish and I'm working on my health. So I have these things as goals and tasks and to-dos and habits that I'm trying to drive in my life. If you're the kind of person who really likes to set quarterly goals and use that structure even without the communicating with a team aspect and aligning a team because you've just got yourself, use them, write them down, say what you want to do and get them done and see what helps. See if it helps to try and put it as a habit or an input thing. Like I will practice my Luxembourgish, or I will go to the gym twice a week, or I practice the language for half an hour every day. That may be the right place. For me, I use a habit tracking tool to do that, and a to-do list tool just to remind myself to do those things and remind myself to take the pen out and things like that. For me, this is more about, I know that I want to create a habit, so I just want to make sure those patterns happen. It's not necessarily that I have a goal that I'm working towards that I need to keep this thing towards. I know what the pattern is. I know that the pattern will get me to the goal I have, so that's what I'm doing. So that's all I do. But yeah, if you want to do it, go for it. I mean, it might well help. But I wouldn't feel like in order to use OKRs well, you don't have to use OKRs everywhere to use them well, right? Use them when they solve a problem for you. So in an organization, when you've got to get the team focused and aligned and people are going off in different directions and people aren't understanding the strategy or making different decisions, or people aren't engaged or empowered to actually do things and they're focused on tasks and they're not really understanding what their task is related to the business, OKRs are really, really, really helpful for solving that problem. If you need to create a cadence, have your goals written as a cadence. If you need to have a reminder of what you're trying to achieve, write that down and it can help you, but make sure it's something that's going to help you as opposed to just, I've heard OKRs are good, we should do it.